It's like the room of requirement. They needed it.
Yeah, pretty
so
much.
Here it is.
Pretty much. Or it just really gives back to the idea that this ice cave is a branded entity, complete with a Poke Center and a Pokemart. And
no, you know what it is? It's a monkey's paw. They wished for a Pokemon Center and they got one, but it came with a Jynx.
Oh, I got the whole episode.
I got the episode banned in the West.
That's really true.
I could sit here and think of an interesting opening for a good few minutes, but I don't want to waste my own time. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Kill A Delibird, where I open the podcast without thinking about how I'm going to open the podcast, where we also watch some Pokemon, and we talk about Pokemon. I'm Kellan. I play Pokemon. Graham doesn't. Graham, how are you?
Good. Other things that I don't think about when I open. Peanut butter jars. Many doors. My mind to the universe.
It's nice that we got your bit out of the way real early this week. That was a good one.
Top 3 things that I open without thinking about it.
Yeah, that was a good one. Solid.
Thank you. So what's new, Kellan? Anything new?
I was just going to ask what's going on. I don't have a Switch, so that's week 3.
Oh my god. You're really going to do this every week.
You gotta keep the people updated.
Did you see the Donkey Kong Bonanza amiibo with the 13-year-old Pauline on his back?
Of course I did. It looks fantastic.
It looks pretty nice, yeah.
I've got the release date on my calendar. I'm not gonna miss this one.
Wait, so do you think you'll get the amiibo before a Switch 2 or the game?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's realistic.
Yeah. A Switch 2 is not a total pipe dream, honestly, for me, because I've got plenty of things I need to sell. Like, I've got a shitload of duplicate Animal Crossing amiibo cards to sell.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
That's a lot of money. I emptied my piggy bank that I've been putting change in for since like before COVID, I think. And I had a good 110 in there. So
look at this bitch with a piggy bank.
It's a Pikachu piggy bank. It's sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Just shitting out money.
I've got 4 monitors to sell. So that's cool.
Okay.
So if I can get some cash out of that, we'll be like, and then plus like Twitch and stuff, we're getting there. We'll get there. We can get a Switch 2 sometime.
So Animal Crossing cards, monitors, blood, semen. Yeah, just sell things. Yeah,
I can sell a kidney too. I've only got I've got an extra one.
You got 2, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Does kidney deal with alcohol or is that liver? I think that's liver.
Well,
because I don't drink, so if it's the kidneys, then I don't
talk about liver. I wouldn't be surprised if the kidneys do something there, because I think that if you're a heavy drinker, it is hard on your kidneys, but primarily it's liver. And people would say, hard on your liver. Like, that's more the same.
Yeah.
With drinking.
Well, if it is the kidneys too, then I could probably get rid of both. I think
you could actually sell a piece of your liver, though.
Oh,
there's something weird with like livers that like regenerate or something. This is like don't listen to anything we're talking about right now.
We're not doctors.
Or at least like I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But I think there's something like you can like remove a part of a kidney or something like that.
That's if it regenerates, that's fucking wild. Are you telling me we can have infinite liver? Infinite kidneys?
I'm almost okay. The only thing I'm certain about while I'm opening my mouth here is that I'm wrong. I don't know in what way. I think there's something to do with pieces of kidneys. And if they regenerate, yes, that would be fucking cool. Like lizards, but in our insides.
Yeah.
Yeah, who needs to regenerate a tail when you can regenerate a piece of fat that processes poisons?
Yeah. That's a great question. Scientists have been working on it for decades.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, you know what I've been up to?
No, I know.
This is a weird one.
Okay.
Did you ever hear of Webkins?
Yeah, I kind of, but I don't really know what it is. Are they like toys or something?
They are stuffed toys, stuffies that had codes, and you can use the code to adopt that pet on the website game. On Webkins.
So is it part of those like games to life?
Yeah, Toys to Life.
Toys to Life. That's okay.
Yeah, it was kind of like a prototypical Toys to Life original adoption pet thing, kind of like Neopets, but like better. I said it, people. I played the shit out of it as a kid.
It came later
constantly.
than Neopets, right? Neopets
I think so. Yeah.
Neopets, I feel like was around like mid 90s even. Like
Probably.
It was like It like came with the internet.
Webkins started like early to mid 2000s, I think.
And you had to wait so long because it was like on dial-up to like get a piece of the omelet. There's like an omelet in the middle of Neopet land, and you would like log in to get your daily omelet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that was not a good game. Neopets wasn't a good game, and I think it was just like it was the first of its kind, of like a browser semi MMO, like very MMO light gotcha kind of experience. So
yeah. Well, I had a lot of Webkins as a kid, and I played it religiously when I was young. And just recently, like a few days ago, I came across
once at Christmas and once at Easter.
Ha ha ha!
Hey yo!
So recently, a few days ago, I came across one of them Webkins iceberg videos, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll watch this. This is interesting." I'm trying to go to sleep. I'll watch it. It's 1 a.m. I'll watch a Webkins iceberg video, and through that, I realized that Webkins is still online. So I've been playing Webkins lately.
Okay.
I've been playing a game for 5-year-olds.
Are there good mini games or something?
Oh yeah, the arcade is banging.
Yeah. That's right.
The arcade has one of those like one of those micromanagement games, like an Overcooked kind of thing. And so I was always really good at that one, and so I've been playing that one too, and I've been kicking ass.
You've always had this like fascination with speedrunning or high scores in really like niche or unconventional games, right? Like screw speedrunning like the first Super Mario, screw speedrunning like Sonic 2. Like you want to speedrun like the Grinch on the Game Boy or something, right?
I mean, I have beaten Pikmin 3 at least 15 times trying to go faster.
That's cool. Yeah, Pikmin 3. Now maybe
I'm not a speedrunner, but Pikmin's a great one to it's micromanagement again. It's great to try to go faster.
Are there any like low-hanging world record scores in Webkins that you could shoot for?
Not in Webkins, absolutely not. There is dedicated community stuff going on with that. People have that shit. But hey, when it comes to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, we might speedrun that. I'm saying this in the future, to say maybe we speedrun that and try to get an easy world record. If movie night the game goes well on Saturday, which I don't know. We haven't played that yet.
Which it'll have happened by the time this comes out. So
exactly.
That's kind of the weird thing about the past. That's the weird thing about time, man. It's like we're recording it now, but now is previous. And then the thing that we say will happen has happened. Wow.
Certainly.
Language. Past and future tense.
It doesn't help that we record 3 days before it comes out. I mean, if I could hire like an editor or something, I'd be like, hey, we can record it, and then you give it to the editor, and then we can just put it out, and it'd be great. Yeah. But alas, I'm not spending that kind of money.
No.
I have a Switch 2 to buy, baby.
No. Where was I go? Plus, your editing is so lovely. I think you have had an extra touch. Yes.
Do I? I just cut out the uhs.
I know, but so many podcasts don't.
Yeah. Anyway. So I've been playing a game for 5-year-olds lately. It's been a blast.
Can you play against 5-year-olds and crush them? Are there kids playing
I don't think
still?
So.
I don't think you can. Probably all like old timers, eh?
I don't think it's like PvP, but like the arcade keeps track of the daily high scores.
Oh, okay.
So, you want to know what I named my penguin?
Yeah.
Chlamydia.
Banned from the servers. It's actually funny you got that one passed.
But yeah, I mean, I was kind of surprised.
It's just a lovely name, though.
If I get another pet, I'll name it Syphilis and report back.
Oh yeah, you got to keep going. You got to go gonorrhea. You got to go hamsters. I don't know, whatever. Like, is there some weird slang for an STI I'm not aware of?
I don't know. I'm not really in the STI fandom.
You don't check r/STI?
No, not really.
I'm going to go see what they talk about there after. that could actually be interesting.
Have fun with that. I won't.
Love fighting weird subreddits.
Anyway, what's up with you? What do you got for us today?
Well, let me think. Is there anything I wanted to talk about? Well, I'm playing Spider-Man 2. a lot. Pretty fun game. There is some crazy stuff with the lizard in there that's very fun. I like superhero games. I like jumping around. This is this is very much like the Batman games, but like there hasn't been a Batman game in so long. So now we got the Spider-Man games, and they're kind of similar, but with more web action.
Pretty cool to
more
swing around the city.
Dude,
fun.
that is the coolest part, actually. Like, there's all these cool set pieces, over-the-top action, but really just, like, that they gave you New York, and you can cruise around. That's cool.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Kellan, say something controversial.
I think racism is bad.
Wow, let's cancel you. That was so egregious. I'm going to cancel you. It's cancellation week here on TKAD. We got an episode about cheerleading. I don't know what that has to do with canceling. And we have a canceled episode. So, Kellan, we're going to be talking about episodes 251. I Politoed You So. I Politoed Ya So. I Politoed Ya So. Or, in Japanese, Tono's cheerleading. Ooh, that one's tough.
Tono.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. And then episode 252, no English title, or in Japanese, The Ice Cave. Now, episode 252 was not aired in the West because of Jynx's original depiction. We've talked about that in the past. And that got me thinking, Kellan, this was a canceled episode. We could view this as a canceled episode, right? For cultural reasons, got pulled. There are actually, Kellan, a ton of canceled Pokemon episodes that you're not even aware of.
Oh my God, are there?
I dug deep. And I found 10 canceled episodes that no one has heard about, okay? So I'm here breaking the news for the first time. These are the top 10 canceled episodes no one knows about. Pokemon episodes.
I'm very excited. Hit me with number 10.
Yeah. Well, it was that one with Brock's Nazi salute. Now, people will remember... It was
a Roman salute.
It was a Roman, and...
He was throwing his heart out.
And Brock is autistic. Yeah. He was throwing his heart out to Joy... so was he sexually assaulting or a Nazi or both?
I feel like any answer is going to be a bad answer. So, number 9.
Yeah, number 9. Well, it was the one with Noctowl's penis censor bars. Now, this is interesting, okay? If you're aware of, like, Japanese pornography laws, they have to censor genitalia, right? So there was an episode planned where Noctowl's girthy penis was used to knock down a castle wall, okay? Big set piece in the episode, lots of Sakuga. That was fine. That wasn't what got it canceled. What got it canceled was the penis was so large that in order to censor it, it just took way too much animation, okay? They got so tired of putting those bars, there was way too much to censor, so they just said, fuck it. That one was actually unfinished.
Screw
episode.
the trebuchet. Noctowl's penis is the superior siege weapon.
Oh man, Noctowl penis siege weapon? That is a killer band name.
Number 8.
What about that episode where Johto invaded Kanto? And it was
like no reason?
Yeah, for no reason, yeah. It was like at a really awkward time historically. Like, I don't know, there were like 10 other exact same wars. Very awkward stuff.
Very, very awkward. No one remembers that one. No one likes that one.
When the Totodiles just start slaughtering the Bulbasaurs, just ripping them to shreds.
No. Number 7.
Well, that episode where we learned what grass Pokemon really think about fire Pokemon.
Oh,
spoilers, Kellan. It's not good. It's not good. They have their own slurs.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Brutal.
Bulbasaur, don't stop saying that.
Bulbasaur. Yeah, come on. Just because they've got fire on their tail doesn't mean they're burning everything down all the time, okay? They have restraint.
But because grass Pokemon can't actually say anything other than their names, the slur is just like the tone in which they say it.
Oh yeah, like Bulba? And everyone's like, ooh.
Bulbasaur, you can't say that anymore. Jesus. Number 6.
Well, this is going to make your skin crawl, Kellan, but do you remember that episode where Mr. Mime texted with a minor?
Say Mr. Mime.
Yeah, it actually kicked off Mr. Mime's music career for a while, though, before all the truth came out.
Yeah, he was in a TV show about a high school, and still, consequences haven't really caught up to him. Yeah.
He was in a wheelchair in high school.
Very weird. Number 5.
Well, speaking of controversial musicians, the Kanye West guest episode of Pokemon. That one was
get out of
aired
my
for a
Pokemon.
while.
Yeah, that one was a recent cancellation.
Yeah. I'm going to let you finish, Elm, but Oak was the best professor of all time, okay?
It's like the Michael Jackson of the episode of The Simpsons that doesn't exist.
Oh, release the Kanye cut.
Yeah. What a random crossover. Number 4.
Number 4, The Island of the Satanic Joys. Kellan, there was an episode where tons of joys slaughtered a Bulbasaur in the moonlight and summoned darkness itself. And this one was fine for a while too, but it just spooked people too much.
What's with you and slaughtering Bulbasaur today?
Bulbasaur's public enemy number 1 right now.
Jesus. He's also number 1 in the decks.
So public enemy, public friend, public chronological character?
I guess so. Number 3.
Number 3, the Jenny propaganda episode. Join the Jennies.
We want you.
Yeah, that was also a recent cancellation. It was actually like a fan favorite for a long time.
Yeah.
It resulted in a lot more Jennies. So there was a while there, if you check kind of mid-season, like Diamond and Pearl era Pokemon, there's actually a lot of burly men dressed up as Jennies trying to join.
It's like that episode of the Golden Girls that got taken off of streaming services where they're in mud masks and they got taken off because of quote unquote blackface. And everyone's like, this is not what we meant. No one is saying that this needed to be taken away.
Yeah, nobody thought that. Number 2. The episode where Jigglypuff tortured prisoners of war by singing and tickling their feet for 72 hours straight. I was thinking about this, Kellan. You sing, but you keep them awake. They're in this, like, infinite loop of pain, right? They're supposed to be drifting off, but they can never actually seek it. This was her attempt to finally find a fan base, okay? Force them to listen to her.
Captive audience.
Yeah, in Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, no.
Oh, captive audience. Good one.
No, thank you. Yes. Number 2?
And number 1.
Number
the
1.
Episode where Misty said, serving C-word. I don't want to say that one on air. I'm not sure if that's a thing we say.
We're serving cunt.
Oh, okay. We say it. Okay.
Rarely.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. We're not Australian. Do I say
Rarely it? With a tinge of hesitancy.
Right.
I will say it. But yeah, no, the Australians say it all the time. I mean,
they let that one rip like...
they love that one.
Like they're starting a lawnmower.
Like a fart. Yeah.
Well, Kellan, that's canceled episodes. Did you get through it?
Very good.
Are you uncomfortable?
Barely.
You're going to look up the Kanye episode.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure to take a look at that one later.
Yeah.
While you look up r/STI.
Oh, yeah, we both have homework.
Yeah. We'll report back next week with our papers.
Our findings.
Yeah. All right, let's get into episode 251. I Politoed Ya So. This is a cute episode. This one's fun, kind of.
This is fun, kinda. That's a good way to put it. No, it is fun. Especially since we've met Politoed, but now we get to know the character a bit more. So,
yeah.
Well, Ash really should be training for Blackthorn. That's what it's all about. But part of that is resting. They're having a lakeside picnic. Everyone's got all their Pokemon out, and they're chowing down on rice balls.
I think you mean jelly donuts.
I do mean that, Kellan.
But it's all so good. Brock's food is so amazing, and he freaks out over this compliment. He becomes a grandma. He's like, everyone make sure you eat a lot, then eat some more. There's enough for everybody.
Yeah, and he's really happy that the Pokemon like the food.
Yeah. It's like our grandma, always bringing out everything. Being like, you eat all this stuff. Eat everything for me, please. We don't want any of this food. You eat it.
It's a classic grandma move, pushing food. Yeah.
It is. Cyndaquil tries to take down 2 rice balls and chokes, and so he flames Ash because he's trying to get them out, and then
I thought he was legit choking, like he tried to eat too much, but they're like, was that spicy food?
Well, I think that's just a pun on the fire, but he definitely was choking because he spit them back out.
Yeah, I thought he was choking. Okay.
Yeah. And Politoed is just clapping away as he's been doing.
He loves clapping. That is the thesis of the episode. Politoed claps.
Party, as he claps. So they're all asleep. And I noticed Brock was asleep on Onyx, which cannot be comfortable.
I got thinking about that too. Like they were all cuddling with their Pokemon, but Brock was just sprawled out on this massive rock snake.
I can't imagine how comfortable that would be.
It was kind of sick though. I'm like, Brock is
cool.
a tough guy.
Yeah. Politoed awakens. He sees some of the jelly. I want to just naturally call them jelly donuts. And he goes to get one of the rice balls, but it falls down a hill, and so he chases it. And then a trainer shows up, and it's like, Bean, where you been? Where is your headband? Did you lose your headband? Oh well, let's take them. Let's take this Politoed that clearly isn't mine.
Yeah, and then we actually see the aforementioned Bean. As the camera pans away, Bean is watching them. Bean is another Politoed named Bean.
Yeah.
And he's got a red headband.
And he's got a much better voice.
I was going to say, he sounds more frog-like.
Politoed!
Yeah, he sounds exactly like how you had said you wanted Politoed.
Yeah, pretty much. I think our Politoed was actually just a smoker. He's got smoker's lung.
Oh, you think that
Politoed.
You think that Politoads naturally sound like Bean?
Yeah, but ours just, took down a pack of Marlboros a day.
Oh, yeah. And he's like 52.
Yeah.
He hangs out at the casino in Goldenrod. Or, Saru. No.
Yeah, Goldenrod has a game corner.
Oh, okay. What's the original?
Celadon.
Celadon, thank you.
Well, this woman has a lot of grass Pokemon, you see, and then after she's taken him all the way home, she realizes, this is not my Politoed.
Yeah, she does figure it out. That's good.
But he starts clapping, doing his Politoed thing, and everyone starts dancing. And so they do it again. It's like he's a metronome.
Yeah, and everyone being a bunch of grass Pokemon, right? Sunflora, Oddish, I don't know what else.
Blossom,
thank you.
Jumpluff, Sunflora, Blossom, I think it was.
Yeah, that sounds great.
It's time for the gang to get moving, but where's Politoed? Oh, so we better go look. And suddenly, they fall in a hole, and Ash asks, what's a hole doing here?
Yeah, what do you think, Ash? He's gone back to not remembering Team Rocket exists.
Yep. Prepare for trouble with a hidden pitfall. Make it double if you're up for a brawl. Blah, blah, blah. Team Rocket can dig a hole at the speed of light. Blah, blah, blah. That's right. Out with the light! And they cover up the hole.
Cover the captive.
Well, there's Bean. Bean showed up here with the gang in front of Team Rocket. Team Rocket, they want to grab it. Meowth, gonna fight it. But Bean just licks the shit out of him. Just whaps him with the tongue.
Yeah, Meowth's down. He got a good tonguing.
Jynx and James are just impressed with this. So they offer him a spot on Team Rocket. And they list off many benefits, but the one I noted was 2 days off each week with pay. What the fuck? Where can I get this job?
Well, that's a weekend, isn't it?
Well, even so, you're getting paid on the weekend.
Oh.
It's 2 days off with pay.
It could just be a salaried position, and that was the way they described a weekend, though.
I don't know. It's just if you're giving me 2 days off and you're telling me you're paying me for that, I'm in. You got me.
I think it was supposed to be a joke, and they were describing a weekend. Shout us out in the comments who's right.
It's me. I'm truth.
Did you ever realize that corn season is in the fall, Kellen?
I denote corn season as when there is corn in the store.
Okay. Okay. All right.
When I can buy corn for 67 cents an ear, that's corn season.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty solid. So the gang's getting out of the hole. They don't believe that they get pension and vacations. They call Team Rocket
you guys are
bullshit.
Liars. There's no Team Rocket investment fund.
Wobbuffet pops out. He spills the beans that they're correct. And the gang's like, we figured. That's Team Rocket's greatest crime, is lying about their benefits package.
Right. I mean, that is kind of dark, especially in a recruiting pitch.
Mm-hmm. Well, Bean is saying no thank you. So Pikachu thunderbolts them. They go blasting off again. And Misty reunites with, wait a second, you're not my Politoed.
And then at school, the Pokemon are dancing to Misty's Politoed's clapping. Right. That's working out really well. So that's where we know the Politoed is. But we solved the problem very quickly. Right. I thought this was going to be like a, mixed up Politoed situation for like longer. but the gang is just there now. They've found the Politoed, and Misty's like, "Oh, I get it. They're cheerleaders." So she puts it together for us. That's nice. Because I'm not gonna lie, up until this point, I was like, I don't get it. Is this like a school or something? It's like a clapping school. They're cheerleaders, Dylan.
They're cheerleaders, and they're led by Tammy. And they get introduced to Tammy. We see Bean gets kind of jealous, and Tammy makes him a little bit jealous. You've been replaced. And so, yeah, here's the gang. Brock does not flirt with this woman.
I know. And we need to
the
talk
cheerleader.
About that, we need to talk about that.
That is the most stereotypical person to flirt with, is the cheerleader.
That is exactly where my mind went, Kellan. So what is going on there? Is it just that he is not like the other girls? Right? He's like, he wants to be totally different. Is that why he didn't pick a cheerleader to flirt with?
I didn't think he had any kind of standards at all. So
I didn't either.
I don't know.
So what's going on? Or is she young? Because sometimes he won't flirt with
I don't
younger
think so.
Characters.
She was very tall, and height typically indicates age.
In Pokemon, yes. Oh boy, Kellan.
I think they forgot.
You think they forgot to have him flirt?
Yeah.
Or they were just like, you know what? We're tired of this joke. Was there a writer's reason?
I can't imagine it's that, because it comes back in the next episode.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
So,
this is quite the puzzle.
It is, and I don't know if we'll ever have the pieces to put it together.
Maybe sleeping on Onyx is actually the cure for his horniness, and this was the only time that he did that. Normally he doesn't sleep on Onyx, let's say, but it was like a monk ritual, purge all of the desire out of you by sleeping on a bed of nails. That's like what Onyx did to him.
Sleep on rock hard to avoid being rock hard. Yeah.
Oh, nailed it. There even has a nice saying.
We got it.
It's gotta be true.
Tammy is practicing for the national cheering competition, and she has a favor. She wants Politoed
She wants a favor. She wants that Politoed.
Yeah. She wants Politoed to continue to help them practice. Meanwhile, Bean is just standing off in the distance, staring at nothing. He is sad.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
and I feel sad for him.
He's been tossed right aside, and Tammy is not even subtle about it. She's not even apologize. She's very mean to him.
Mm-hmm.
And Misty's vibing that, right? She picks that up. She's like, "Oh, something's a little dark here."
And she asked him, "Can't Bean practice?" And she said, "No, he can't anymore."
She's like, "Man, cheerleaders are often psychologically fucked up, as media likes to tell us, right? This is like some Bring It On shit."
Yeah, I guess so. Can't practice anymore. So sad music comes on as Bean walks off. Misty and Ash feel bad for Bean, so they gotta do something about it. Meanwhile, Team Rocket is spying Sis Boomba. Let's bring these cheerleading Pokemon to the boss. Blah, blah, blah. Typical Team Rocket plan.
Yeah, get some cheerleaders. They do have this whole, imagination section where they're, imagining the cheerleaders, making Giovanni's day better, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
The gang catch up to Bean as he is reflecting in the river. It's a very poignant shot. They basically say, "You guys are being too fucking stubborn. Don't be assholes to each other. You're friends." I don't know. But he walks off. So they're going to leave Bean to Ash and Pikachu to deal with. Misty and Brock will take care of Tammy. And this was the only line where I thought there was any tinge of Brock flirty, because he's like, "We'll take care of Tammy." And he sounded very excited. But that's about it. There's really not a lot to read into there.
I tell you, it's the Onyx. Hard rock, hard rock. That's what settles Brock.
Bean is getting his anger up by punching the air, which was pretty cute, honestly.
He's got that frustration that Brock has gotten rid of. But Pikachu approaches. Pikachu's going to try to talk him down by cheering him up with funny Pikachu faces. Right on.
If there's one thing that cheers me up, it's funny Pikachu faces.
Yeah, nobody's ever resisted the Pikachu silly face.
Not even Ash, because Ash laughs out loud, blowing their cover. Bean shoves Pikachu out of the way and runs.
He's like, "That
Bean,
wasn't a good faith, silly face. You're trying to bait me."
And he pushes Pikachu. How could you, Bean? That's so rude.
At least it alliterates pushing Pikachu.
Fucking Bean.
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 What a name. I actually like that for a Pokemon name, though. I'm going to name a Pokemon Bean next time I play a Pokemon game.
In approximately 2 years.
I played them somewhat.
Did you play?
I don't play current ones.
Did you finish Sun or Moon, whichever one you had?
No. I'm in the 4th island, I want to say.
Oh, you're getting there.
No. 3rd island? No.
You're getting there.
4th island. I'm pretty far.
You're getting there.
No, I'm not done it.
Well, Tammy begs Misty to let her borrow Politoed until the competition. She's like, I'll borrow Politoed until the competition, and then I'll catch up with you. And they're like, this seems like a real hassle. Just for a competition.
She's like, we just met you. We don't give a shit about cheerleading. Like, this is a little bit overreaching our relationship here, Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're not even just asking to borrow, like, my hair blower or something. Like, this is my pet.
Yeah. Can I bother you for your cat for a few weeks?
Yeah.
Please, I'm telling an elaborate lie to a girl I'm talking to on Tinder. I need a cat for about a month. Don't worry. She's only visiting.
Out so well. Trust me.
So I've got 2 dates to the dance. Neither one knows about the other. All right. So Tammy spins this whole tale about the winner of this cheering competition will be famous worldwide or some shit. And that's the dream. We see them stack up again, all the Pokemon, Politoed on top. Pretty great, Politoed on top. Suddenly they all fall, and Tammy yells at them, "You fucking idiots. How could you?"
Oh, she gets mean. She gets Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders recruiting season mean.
She gets Gordon Ramsay on Hell's Kitchen mean.
Oh,
calling them fucking donkeys.
Except without the part where he's nice to children.
Yeah, because Tammy is also mean to children.
She goes, "Y'all suck. You should be ashamed. Stop crying, you stupid little grass fucks."
Ugh, Tammy. Misty berates her, checks on Politoed. He cheers everyone up with his great attitude. I love this whole time as she's yelling. Politoed just looks like he's completely vacant.
Yeah.
He's just staring.
Go to my happy place. I don't care about yelling.
Politoed has nothing going on behind those eyes. He's just a clapping machine. And that's
I think behind his eyes is one of those clapping monkeys with the cymbals, and that's what's powering his clapping.
Or there's one brain cell as a fly flying around with like the Mario paint fly swatter trying to hit it, but it can't.
And that's what's in his brain.
And that's all that's going on in there too.
But he desperately wants to eat the fly because he's a frog.
Yeah, because he's a frog.
That's his neuron.
Yeah.
What a painful existence.
The only brain cell he has left. If he eats it, he dies.
Are they going to bring back Mario Paint on the Switch too?
People
are asking.
With
Kellan.
The mouse?
With the mouse. Because there was a mouse on the Super Nintendo for it.
That's cool.
People are asking, Kellan.
People are asking. Are the people you?
Maybe. People are talking about it, Kellan. Mario Paint, greatest Mario game.
I think at the very least it'd be cool to put on the SNES online.
I think that has a chance. Yeah, NSO Mario Paint.
Yeah. So as Politoed cheers everyone up, Tammy flashes back to when she was nice to her Pokemon. And she remembers that she was once nice to her Pokemon.
Compassion.
Yeah.
Then she cries. She's like, "We used to have fun, but I've become so obsessed with winning that I fucking hate them now."
And she wanted to make others happy while making her friends miserable. No wonder Bean is angry with me.
Oh.
So she's realized her mistake, Pokemon. At least. Yeah, so they all forgive her.
Yeah,
and then suddenly Team Rocket shows up with a get a load of this. And they have a giant Politoed pom-pom mech. This is pretty sweet.
Pretty cool. Poly cheerleading mech. And it just tongues in everyone into like a central tank. It tongues them so quick, Kellan.
The tonguing is remarkable.
Oh, yeah.
You can't see that kind of tonguing anywhere else.
Nope.
Except
not on the internet.
Various websites. So the giant tongue scoops everyone up. Suddenly here are Ash and Bean. They're running in, and they fall into a pitfall of flypaper.
Flypaper pitfall. They are stuck. This is a dire situation, Kellan. Our cheerleading people and Well, most of the gang, bunch of Pokemon, are in a tank. Ash and Pikachu are stuck to flypaper. Stick around. The bad puns are going. Pikachu is no stick in the mud. An arm from the mech grabs Pikachu. Oh my god.
And I love this because the arm on this mech, I think, was the little hair that curls off of Politoed's head.
Oh, very nice.
It's a nice little touch. Yeah, they scoop up Pikachu. He thunderbolts, nothing happens. The course is immune. And off they go. But here's Bean, and Bean is pissed.
Yeah, Bean was the one character not caught in something. He confronts the mech. Wow. Bean's time to shine. Team Rocket is going to turn him into guacamole.
Oh, God. I don't want that guacamole.
I really do like this pun from Team Rocket. We're going to make you a has-been.
Got him.
Oh, that's good. That is amazing.
Well, he dodges the tongue. He water guns the glass, and everyone gets out. And they go to literally just squash Tammy and Bean. They go to kill these people. But she gets them out of the way. And then she takes all the time in the world to apologize. Well, I guess Team Rocket just kind of stands there.
Oh, yeah. A very anime thing, right?
Yeah.
Where real-time battles are actually turn-based.
Mm-hmm. Politoed gets the cheers going again. And so in comes Arbok to headbutt, but Politoed headbutts back, and Arbok gets hurt real bad. And Bean double slaps Politoed water guns, and some great battle music comes on as the grass Pokemon and Pikachu cheer on the double Politoed, who go for a double water gun, which runs down the hand that Pikachu is held in, and the whole mech gets very wet.
Ooh, and we know what happens when a mech is wet.
You know, and then we get a whole science lesson. Like, you know what happens when something's wet? It conducts electricity.
And what is this magic school bus?
Our thing is immune to electricity. Yeah, but it's wet. The Pikachu goes for the Thunderbolt, explodes the mech. Bean there, done that, as they go blasting off again.
Oh, so sick. And Bean's clapping, cheer squad's cheering. Good job, Bean.
Bean got his rhythm back. Oh my god.
And that's the literary hour.
Yeah.
How Stella got her groove back.
No. It's the episode of Phineas and Ferb where they're getting their parents' favorite band back together, and they go to find the drummer, and the drummer is like, I fell asleep in a TikTok clock factory, and I woke up and I don't have rhythm. But he had rhythm the whole time.
It was in him all along.
It was in him all along.
Yeah, you're right. Phineas and Ferb is the more recognizable reference. You're right.
And that leads to like the best song in the entire series. So
I don't know Phineas and Ferb, actually.
Oh, I watched it a lot when I was a kid.
I hear it was great.
Definitely after your time.
It was after my time, yeah. I hear it's great.
Yeah. And it's coming back.
It has a platypus, right?
Yeah. Perry the platypus.
Perry the platypus.
Perry the platypus. So Bean has got his rhythm back. He's got his time. And it's sunset. We're saying goodbye. Good luck in the cheerleading competition. Good luck in the Johto League, whatever. We'll be cheering you on. We'll never hear from you again. And they head out back to Blackthorn. That's the episode.
Okay, literary hour. Well, we could talk about the Dallas Cheerleaders documentary with the really abusive recruiters and how brutal that is. I think it's on Netflix. But we're going to actually talk about a much stupider trope called the overly long tongue. This is on tvtrope.org. Overly long tongue is when characters have a comedically long tongue, or maybe it's just surprising, or whatever. Politoed has a long-ass tongue, Kellan. Ain't that
He sure
something?
does. But he's a frog. Is it really that surprising?
Yes, because it's so long. Now, in Japanese folklore, there's a type of yokai. Yokai are like spirits, right? Like, and often kind of like ghosts, right? So not necessarily friendly spirits, called akaname, whose name can be translated as scum-a-licker or filth-licker, that hangs around bathrooms and bathhouses to feed off of the accumulated scum and filth there, and it's depicted as having a very long tongue to lick stuff up. So this is a yokai design of having like a freakishly long tongue. But it sounds like it's sort of like a...
But not that one.
This could be like a booty licker. Like, this could be like a ghost bidet, Kellan.
Oh, no.
Y'all got your ghost bidets installed?
Ew.
Imagine a universe where we like used ghosts to like accomplish things, right? Like,
imagine a universe where ghosts ate our asses to wipe.
Yeah, well, I think there'd be other uses, like maybe ghosts that can like levitate stuff. So instead of like haunting an old farmhouse, we like use it to get workers, like help construction workers. You don't need a crane. You can just have the ghost that can levitate stuff, put up the, wood or whatever.
But everyone's just really focused on the ghosts are eating our asses on a daily basis.
But they could be used for so much good, but it's all just sexual.
Yeah.
All just ghost brothels and stuff. Yeah, that's realistic.
Anyway.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is the 4-part.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
The plastic ping pong pitcher of objective ranking. So we have this big old pitcher full of ping pong balls. We're going to pull categories at random from it and rank this episode based on those categories and those categories only. What category are we going to discuss first, Kellan?
Our first category will be our pay it forward rotations per episode.
Oh boy. Okay, so things spinning, things moving.
Do the cheerleaders spin? The cheerleaders have to spin, right?
I don't know. Let me
There's the jelly donut that falls down the hill.
Ooh, yeah. That does roll. Okay, so we got something.
Or the rice ball, like, if you want to call it by the correct name. Well, we have the rice ball. We have, that's about it from what we can find.
Can we count the swirl on the Politoed's belly?
I don't
rice
think
ball
so.
Really does rotate.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. I don't know, Kellan. This could be,
that's a low one. That could be it.
Just a rice ball? 0.5.
Yeah, that's...
I don't want to do Politoed like this, though.
No, me neither. I'm gonna go at least 1.2, because I feel like there's a lot of rotations in there with the one.
In that rice ball.
Rice ball, yeah.
I mean, it really does fly. Yeah, that's true.
It does. All right, and finally, second will be the Pokemon cries. Interesting.
Okay. That is interesting. I mean, it's nice that we have beans, which is a solid noise, right? That is like the Politoed noise.
Yeah. And then we have Smoker Politoed.
Yeah, and it's funny that we just, I mean, I kind of agree with you. I don't love our Politoed's noise. It's not terrible, though, right? I actually don't put it in the category of those ones that you talk about where you're like very aware it's a human.
Yeah. No,
it's not quite that, but it's just like... It leaves a lot to be desired.
It does.
You want something a lot more froggy. But we've got Bean. Bean's saving the day. It's a great cry. It's a great
Bean
cry,
is a good
Kellan.
bean.
Yeah.
Bean's a good bean. The Blossom and Sunflora and John Pluff or whatever, they're very average cries.
Yeah.
But I'll give a lot of weight to Bean here and go 7.1.
Yeah, I'll go 8. It's a solid cry.
So that's 7.55 for that overall. 4.2. For Politoed Ya So.
Yeah, they were pretty polarized scores.
Yeah, rough one. All right, so let's get into episode 252, episode 250, The Ice Cave.
How long were you saving that joke?
It's been a few weeks.
Yeah, this is maybe a reminder that we use the Kellan augmented numbering system, which you just take the Bulbapedia numbering system and add 2.
Yeah.
And it's because of those Christmas episodes that weren't numbered, we decided to number them. So
yeah. Well, this is the 252nd episode that we've done. So,
true.
I mean, it works out.
It's kind of a narcissistic way of viewing conventions, though.
Is it? I wouldn't know.
That's something a narcissist would say.
Is it? I feel like narcissists would claim they know a lot.
No, you're not a narcissist. Don't worry. That was a joke.
I'm aware.
You're a very non-narcissist.
I'm yes-anding you, but okay, whatever. So the Ice Cave.
I like when we point out yes-and.
Yes, and. It's the Ice Cave episode. So we're heading to Blackthorn still. We're at a huge mountain. Blackthorn is right behind that mountain. Remember that.
So
we have a fork in the road.
Oh, can we talk about the Japanese opening? It's so fucking good.
It rocks.
It rips. And I barely even remember it. But I do remember the outro. We'll talk about the ending later. It was also incredible. Fuck, they're so good. They're so like... they let themselves be cartoony.
Yeah.
A lot anime from this era, the Western ones were so obsessed with being kind of like edgy, right? They were all like, let's be like Sonic the Hedgehog, right? Let's have some like ripping guitars and let's be like tough and cool. And the Japanese ones are just cartoony as fuck. They're always like big band, over the top vocals, kind of silly.
Yeah, it was a good watch, a good listen.
And then the narrator's voice in Japanese. Holy fuck, is it good? It kicks ass.
I don't remember
it's like a samurai voice. I'm not going to impersonate it, but it's like what you would think a samurai voice is.
And in which TKAD episode 128, in which Graham does the most racist Japanese accent.
Yeah, speaking of getting, I did say this was the cancellation episode. Yeah. That's how we fall.
Well, so we're at a fork in the road where the subtitles call it a crotch in the road, which I thought was interesting.
That's new.
Yeah. Right is a regular road up and through the mountains. The left is an ice cave that has a shortcut. So, of course, we have to take the shortcut.
Yeah, and you always know when shortcuts happen, how that's going to go.
Yeah,
especially when you have a couple of Team Rocket members watching, which they are, which they're going to follow.
They're like, oh, they're going to the ice cave. And Jesse is like, I have an idea with the ice cave. And that's what we got for Team Rocket right now. And so we're in the cave. We walk into this cave, which is covered in ice. And Ash goes, is this an ice cave?
Yeah. Also like how ice cave is like such a proper noun in this. Like, is that really such a thing? Like, I get it kind of is, but I don't know. They just talk about it like it's almost branded. Like they've just walked into a 7-Eleven, you know? Like, oh yeah, we're at an ice cave here. Gotta get my Haagen-Dazs.
Why are you buying clothes at the ice cave?
Oh, they have so many things, Kellan. Ice cave socks fucking rip.
There aren't any clothes here. Where are you? I'm at soup.
Oh, ice cave.
Do you not know I'm at the soup store buying clothes at the soup store?
No, I didn't get I don't know that one.
I'll have to send that one to you later. It's complicated, but it's very funny.
Is this a deep meme?
I think it's like an anime kind of meme, so I'm kind of surprised you don't know it.
Yeah.
I think. So Pikachu slips. Oh no. And so we realize we gotta be walking very carefully. They're walking, stepping carefully through. Misty slips, takes the whole gang down with her, down a slope into a hole. And there's two snowmen here. And I believe Ash again says, and when they're in the hole, somebody has dug it.
Yeah. He's brilliant this episode.
He really is.
What are these snowmen doing here, Kellan?
Well, would you believe it? It's Team Rocket. And so
we get snowmen.
We get a whole motto: prepare for trouble, Team Rocket dug it, and make it double in that icy pit. To protect the world from all its heat, to unite all peoples that we defeat, to denounce the evils of truth and ice, to extend our reach to the snowmen's advice. Jesse James, blast off the speed of light, surrender, prepare to fight. Yeah, that's right. And that is just
they proceed
subbed versions
to do one of the more sinister acts that they've done to these children, which is just cover them in freezing water in these sub-zero temperatures.
Yeah, that's kind
very
of
dangerous. It was kind of fucked. They just had to get so much cold water going in that hole. They're gonna freeze. Pikachu's gonna Thunderbolt. I actually thought they were gonna pull the hole, but no, you'll shock all of us. But I guess it didn't happen. And then Politoed follows up with a water gun and blasts Team Rocket through the side of the mountain, which was crazy.
Quite something. They go blasting off again. Brock sneezes. Oh, yeah, he is cold now.
Yeah,
he got too cold. We gotta get out of here quickly, so they continue. Maybe there's a center somewhere. But why would there be a center in the middle of this ice cave? And so they come across a spot in the cave where the sun shines through, and wouldn't you believe it, there's a fucking Pokemon Center.
Yeah, they just summoned that out of thin air.
Yeah.
They willed it into existence.
It's like the room of requirement. They needed it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So here it is.
Pretty much. Or it just really gives back to the idea that this ice cave is a branded entity, complete with a Poke Center and a Pokemart. And
no, you know what it is? It's a monkey's paw. They wished for a Pokemon Center and they got one, but it came with a Jynx.
Oh, I got the whole episode
I got the
canceled.
episode banned in the West.
That's really true.
Well, here's Jynx. There is a Jynx at this center, and I have a question here from Justice Moose and the Dubious Frogs. They stole the name.
Someone listens. Oh my god.
Oh my god. They ask, this is another case of banning episodes essentially all because of Jynx, but in the future Jynx gets tweaked a little and allowed on screen without bans. Does this feel like an unfair double standard to Porygon? Yes. Porygon did nothing wrong.
They didn't update Porygon did nothing wrong. I mean, that was the whole epileptic thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it
like
was
that they didn't go back and like edit
hospitalizations
the episode, I guess,
and whatnot. Yeah.
So they could have just toned down the flashing lights and re-released it.
Yeah, they could have.
Just pull out some frames.
Made some interesting decisions in this show over the years. So I don't know.
Yeah, these things are the least of the areas that Pokemon could improve.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, definitely unfair to Porygon, who did nothing wrong.
Yeah, Porygon did nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get into the whole, like, should this been canceled? Should have that been canceled? It's like, whatever. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't understand why, because, like, a previous episode at one point that had Jynx in it, they updated Jynx design and they re-released it in Japan. I don't understand why they couldn't have done that in with this episode at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it might have just not been prioritized. Like, to be fair, this is not a plot-critical episode. There's no canon events that I remember. It's not that memorable in the grand scheme. It's an okay episode.
I actually thought it was pretty good.
It was good, but it's kind of replaceable, though. You know? Like, yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon episodes, I guess, and I don't think this would be anywhere near anybody's favorite. But I sort of agree with that, like, just for the sake of prosperity, it would be nice.
It might be the novelty of it being a banned episode, but I actually thought this episode was kind of a banger.
I mean, it's fun. It's a fun one. Yeah.
Oh well. But here's Jynx.
Ice cavern near Blackthorn?
Yeah, it's between Mahogany and Blackthorn, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, right, with the sliding ice puzzles.
Yep, exactly, that everyone hates, but I actually kind of like.
But there was no sliding ice puzzles in this episode.
But they slid.
That's true.
Down a slope, so that's kind of like the cave. So, but yeah, here's Jynx and Joy. Brock sneezes. She's like, "You guys gotta get out of those clothes, or you'll catch a cold." Blah blah blah. So Brock's being cared for by Joy. He fantasizes about Joy, and suddenly gets a huge fever. Huge fever.
He gets so hot and bothered. And Misty's like, is he sick or is it just Joy?
Yeah, genuinely. Could go either way.
We don't know.
We have no idea.
He is sick in the head, too. But the gang's now hanging out with Joy, and she explains that the Poke Center here was kind of set up because of all these ice Pokemon. A bit of like a symbiosis. They then can study them, but also, as we'll learn, she actually keeps this cavern icy. So I don't know what the chicken and the egg of this all is. But the other interesting part here is she's got a picture of that Orange Island
Buff Joy, your favorite.
Yeah, buff tan Joy who like kayaked around the Orange Island helping Pokemon. She's like her cousin or her sister.
Older sister, I believe it was.
Older sister.
Yeah, she loves hot places. This Joy loves cold places. And so she explains something about the ice support of the cave, like the ice ceiling, blah, blah, blah. Gotta keep it cold. I don't know. I didn't write it down. But Team Rocket, they're spying again. They gotta get all the ice Pokemon and give them to the boss. Imagine being woken up by a kiss from Jynx. No thank you, Meowth.
Yeah, we see what that's like a bit later in the episode. It is terrifying. Her kisses are a deadly weapon, too. Do we forget that?
I will never forget that.
He also goes through this whole fantasy of Giovanni's morning routine, like having a Swinub help with his hair and stuff, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, it is good. But they have no idea how to actually catch these Pokemon. James has a plan. We're in an ice cave. Let's sell ice cream. We'll create a new mech with the ice cream earnings, and we'll catch the Pokemon. And so he gets punted because it's such a stupid idea.
That's the stupidest shit ever. Like, how do you even function? You're so stupid, James.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you sell ice cream in a hot climate? There's nobody here. There's nobody here to buy ice cream.
It's all supply and no demand. Don't you know basic economics, James?
Yeah. They beat the shit out of him.
And he suggests they can make like ice houses with ice rooms. He gets punted again. And so they come across this
Kind of with the ice.
this big building, big machine. It cools the ice cave. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's the refrigeration thing that Joy had been alluding to, that she set this up to keep the ice cavern stable, to keep it climatized.
And so Brock wakes up, clearly fantasizing about Joy.
Oh my god, Joy's loving him. She's taking care of him.
And she loves people with black eyes like yours.
Oh my goodness, her hand is there. She's ready to kiss Brock. It's finally happening.
And they kiss. She kisses him. And then he goes for one on the lips. It's a Jynx.
He realizes and freaks out. Wah wah.
Jynx is so flattered by all this.
Oh boy, oh Brock, you're so handsome.
So she's feeding him. I mean, see, she refreezes the ice pack that's been on his head, which was a very nice little world-building touch as to why Jynx is helpful here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was cool.
Cool.
Her ice coolness, yeah.
Ash and Misty, they're feeding the Swinub. Suddenly there's an alarm, which kind of scared me because it was loud. And I was like, oh fuck, is the emergency alert system going off?
Oh, is there a tornado?
Ah, god damn it. The temperature in the cavern is rising, and if it continues, the ceiling is going to crash. So we have to go to that big device, that big building. Here's Piloswine, comes in with a sled, and Ash goes, what's that?
Even though you met him, Price had one. Remember, you saved him, and it was like a big dramatic moment. Remember that?
I think he was.
Ash?
I think he was asking what a sled is.
But he's also, remember, Ash, you stupid ass Ash, you met Santa Claus. Remember that stupid ass Santa Claus with the sled? Stupid ass Ash.
And Joy responds, Rosebud's the sled.
Oh, and this is his Rosebud? No, this is your Rosebud. This is my Rosebud. It was my childhood teddy bear all along.
Aww. Well, Ash and Misty go with Joy. Jynx stays to take care of Brock. They make it to the refrigeration unit. It works like a fridge. We get a little science lesson about how fridges work. They take the hot air out and put the cold air in or something. I don't fucking know.
Change air.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, move the hot air, right? So that's why there's going to be hot air going out the back. And that's why it's like really tropical out there. Very nice.
Yeah, we go outside. It's like a jungle. There's like Executor and whatnot, tropical Pokemon, because it's very hot right outside the cave. But the pipes have been switched, and now cold air is blowing out the back, and hot air is blowing inside. So we have to fix that.
The cave is going to start melting soon. These jungle Pokemon are really chilly because they do not have coats.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's fix the pump. And oh my god, it's Team Rocket. Oh my god, we've fallen into a pit. Oh my god, it's Team Rocket.
We see the center, Brock's resting, and that's the whole scene there. Bayleaf gets them out of the hole, and back at the device, Bayleaf fine whips the pipe to pull it back in. The temperature restabilizes. We gotta get back to the center. And at the center, Brock in the subtitle says, damn, it's so hot.
Damn, it's so hot. Yeah, that's great. That's actually why it got canceled.
Just because of the word damn.
Damn, it's hot.
Team Rocket, they have a bunch of heaters, and there's some really great music going on. I thought this whole episode had pretty good music. And I don't know if it was just the Japanese version. It's getting to hear the Japanese soundtrack,
yeah. I think. Like I said, they lean, a lot of anime would have way more like cartoony soundtracks. Like I've also watched like Dragon Ball in more Japanese soundtracks, and then the English ones. And the English ones would always be these like pumped up guitars, and they're like brooding. And the Japanese one are just these like fun, upbeat, big band. Now, I'm not saying one or the other is necessarily better, but it is refreshing, right? It strikes as unique. It's fun again.
Yeah. I wouldn't know.
Well, you know, from this, it's a similar feeling. It's a similar feeling.
Yeah. Well, there's great music here. Team Rocket's idea is if we can make the ice Pokemon all hot, and we can catch them. So James starts bagging up the Swinub. Jynx tries to Icy Wind, I think, but the heater tries to Icy Wind the heaters, but she goes down. And here comes Brock. Out comes Geodude. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen Geodude really do anything.
I know. When I was grabbing my notes again to record this, I had to like double check I had the right episodes because I saw Geodude written down in my notes, and I was like, really? was like, is this the right time? I didn't grab something from like episode 8. What is going on?
These are my notes from 2 weeks into the podcast. What are we doing?
Yeah. But no, Geodude's here. Arbok versus Geodude.
Geodude goes to punch Arbok, but gets launched back. Arbok goes for a head punch. They keep saying head punch.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume
headbutt.
That's just a
translation, direct translation.
Like a subtitle thing.
Yeah, they head punch him right into Brock, ties them up, bangs him on the ground, whap whap whap, and they'll even take Geodude. But here comes Ash, Misty, and Joy, and the battle horns rip in. Totodile comes out as Victory Bell does as well. Of course, eats James. Corsola comes out. She head punches Victory Bell. Totodile bites Arbok. Here comes Wobbuffet now. Corsola goes for the head punch.
Wobbuffet being one of Team Rocket's only good Pokemon. Counters that move.
And Totodile water guns. Counter. Should be a Mirror Coat. But again, I think Wobbuffet...
Oh, it wasn't a Mirror Coat?
No, it was Counter. At least according to the
I
sub.
wrote Mirror Coat. Yeah.
Wow. You're just incepted with the actual game knowledge now.
Yeah, you've taught me too much.
I've got you.
And then the cold air's coming back.
Returns to the center. Pikachu thunderbolts all of the heaters, and the ice Pokemon all get repowered, and they all go for a snowstorm.
Whoa.
Probably Blizzard
Jynx
if it was English.
Free Blizzard. Jynx is going to finish this off, though. Use Hot Kiss, baby. I told you it's deadly.
Gross. I don't know what that would have been translated into, Sweet Kiss or Lovely Kiss, but Hot Kiss is not what I like from a Jynx. Let me clarify, from a Jynx.
Hot buttery kiss.
Yeah.
French 'em, Jynx.
Shove your tongue down their throats.
Ew.
Well, Jynx, get a room.
Oh boy, Kellan. Canceled again.
So yeah, Jynx Usagi is they freeze up Team Rocket, Pikachu Thunderbolts one more time. They go blasting off again. We have ice Pokemon. No, we don't. We have Pokemon encased in ice. Bad feeling. As they go blasting off again. They seem to say bad feeling in Japan, looks like.
Instead, it looks like we blast off again.
We're blasting off again, yeah.
Bad feeling.
Bad feeling. At least according to the subtitles. I don't know.
Well, someone else has a good feeling. Brock is feeling better, although
Fever's
they
broken.
are saying goodbye.
And they're back on the road to Fusubi City, or Blackthorn, of course, as in Fusubi is Japanese. See, I am really good at speaking Japanese.
You're so fluent, Kellan.
So
Fusubi, oh my gosh, no. Fusubi arigato, Mr. Rabata. Outside Fusubi. Mount Fusubi. Outside, yes, a lake. Lake Fusubi.
Fusubi Lake. Yeah,
Nice.
okay, do you remember? And on the other side of the city, or on the other side of the lake, is Blackthorn City. Now, do you remember at the beginning of the episode when they were like, right on the other side of this mountain is Blackthorn City? And we get to the other side of the mountain. No, there's a fucking lake first.
Yeah.
They're just stretching this out.
They are stretching it out.
But that is the episode.
Yeah.
You
they're
mean
close. I don't know.
Yeah, they're close.
Sometimes I'm like, should I offer the devil's advocate view? And then I'm like, nah, you got a point. This show's always lying to me and shit. They're always making shit up. What the hell, man?
They were like, this is the last obstacle. They got past the last obstacle, and there's one more fucking obstacle.
A lake. I mean, a lake's not that big of a deal, man.
No.
Especially, maybe they just, gotta go around it.
And I believe we will get into story stuff next week, so it's not really actual extra filler.
Yeah, it will be heating up. So we're almost there, and then we get one of those nice watercolor finishes.
Mm-hmm.
And then the outro is a fucking hoedown, Kellan.
Quite nice. It's quite good.
It's an actual hoedown. It's a hillbilly hoedown. I loved it.
It's pretty good. It was pretty good, I can't lie. It is good. It is good. Yep.
Well, the trope I look at for Literary Hour is shortcuts make long delays. Everybody knows this one. It's basically an age-old tale of when you're watching something, they're like, I know a shortcut. We just cut past, Old Man River's back door here. You're like, oh man, Old Man River's gonna beat them senseless. That's gonna actually cause a situation. Or like a horror movie, they're like, yeah, we just gotta cut through that, the woods there where those evil hillbillies live. You're like, oh,
yeah.
God,
They're gonna get eaten by the evil hillbillies.
Them alive. Yeah. Now, please forgive me, Kellan, because they actually trace the name of the trope back to Lord of the Rings, because this is a Hobbit proverb quoted by Pippin in the Fellowship. When the hobbits are attempting to shorten their walk by cutting across country, they end up miles off course. Their shortcut was longer than it needed to be to avoid going past a nearby village inn. Pippin is heard reminiscing about the quality of their beer. Frodo is immediately convinced that settles it. Shortcuts may make delays, but inns make longer ones. Pippin likes to drink, Kellan. That's why they were like, nah, don't go get drunk. We got big serious shit going on. We got a ring. We got to figure out what to do with the ring.
We got to get the ring to the mountain place, I think.
And yeah, you got it. That's
throw it into fire or something. I don't know why.
Correct.
They did that.
To destroy it.
Yeah,
it's a Horcrux base. It's basically a Horcrux kill. It's actually where the idea of a Horcrux came from. Like, she copied that. Yeah.
All right, that's right.
Okay, floor pour time. Let's pick a ball. Any ball.
First
what
category
ball will fall out of the pitcher?
It'll be... the soundtrack.
Oh, yeah, we had fun with it.
It was good. I say we count the intro and outro as well, because it's novel for us.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Can we just be as subjective as possible in the subjective ranking system and not factor in the fact that we haven't listened to the Japanese soundtrack in Johto and just rank it based off of our first impression of that?
I mean, I think it's fine.
Okay.
I think it's okay to include, because it's not every episode, so...
I think that the Japanese soundtrack does have room to improve. Not like an instant classic or
it's not a 10.
I was gassing it up. It's not a 10. Yeah, however, it was heckin' nice to hear it. I mean, I know that voice acting is voice acting, but I also like the Japanese voice acting. I know that's separate, but that probably influences my vibe with the soundtrack. The Where's That Pokemon was fucking weird, though.
Oh, yeah.
It hit me with some weird sounds. I was like, what the hell's going on? But intro great, outro great. It was a hoedown. Come on, bring back hoedowns. Yeah. That's so sick. So I will go as an 8.1.
8.1? I was thinking even higher. I'm going to go 8.8.
Nice.
So that's 8.45 for that final category of the day. The furry bait.
I don't... Swine. Well, Jynx.
I don't want to look up Jynx on Rule 34.
Yeah, because you know it's high.
But I'm going to do it anyway. Let's see, a new incognito window.
Okay, so if anybody's wondering why he's doing it, with other furry bait categories, we have checked out just how many hits he gets on Rule 34 of that Pokemon. He doesn't look at them. He doesn't jerk it to them and see which one made his willy feel the nicest. He doesn't, send them to his friends and family as Christmas cards and see what gets the best reception.
I feel like you're over-defending this. You're making it sound like I do all of those things.
The hits.
I need to find another time when we had furry bait to make a baseline. So the last time we had it was Corsola Caper, which was we gave it a 2.3. Right on we had it. It got a 6.5. So those are our baselines. Again, the 10 we would say is Gardevoir, which gets 32,000 hits.
Okay.
Jynx.
So where does Jynx get it?
Oh my god, only 410.
Wow.
That's surprising.
So that was, remind me again how that ranked up to some of the previous ones?
Well, Rhydon gets 534.
Less than Rhydon. And what did we give Rhydon?
We gave Rhydon a 6.5. Okay. I feel like that was a little high.
That does seem a little high. I mean, this one's weird, yeah. So Jynx maybe isn't the furry bait favorite.
No.
Maybe because it's just a little too disturbing. I don't know. But it's got all the parts, you know? It's got all the pieces. It's got the ingredients.
I don't like saying it that way, but yeah, you're right.
And this episode has a kiss with a Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Gives us a little Star Wars moment.
That gives us a little more.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we have to, use our own subjectivity as well on top of the Rule 34. Sure.
The Rule 34
results.
Thing is just one data point, not the end-all be-all. The 4-pour is the end-all be-all. And it is willing me to give this a 7. I'm going to give it a 7, Kellan.
Yeah, I'm thinking on the same rate. I'm going to go 7.5. I'm going a little
save
higher.
A cowboy, ride a pile of swine, am I right?
Gross. So that's 7.25 for that. Overall, 7.85 for the Ice Cave, which might be second highest in Master Quest so far.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Ice Cave to the rescue of Master Quest.
Because Master Quest fucking needed it. We know that.
Yeah, it's been heard. Good job, Ice. But you know what? I got high hopes for next week because it has a kick-ass character who's joining. Kellan, what episodes are we reviewing?
You spoiled it for yourself.
Come on.
Jeez.
Where are we?
We're in Blackthorn next week.
Spoilers fuck all for myself. Where are we? Exactly. That's what I know.
Okay. Sure, fine. It's episode 253, Beauty is Skin Deep, or in Japanese, Ibuki and Mini Ryu!
Oh yeah, I love Ibuki!
Exclamation. And then episode 254, Fangs for Nothing, or in Japanese, Fusubi Jim's Dragon Fang! Exclamation.
Oh, fuck yeah. I think you could be a Japanese narrator, Kellan. You've got the, what do you call it, the zhuzh?
Intonation.
The intonation, the delivery. Yeah, it's
yeah.
beautiful.
It's fun. It is fun. But that's next week, so join us for that, people.
Okay, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to get back into a more, meaningful part. And then I think there's going to be a little bit more filler after that. But that's...
Oh, yeah.
All right. So thanks, everyone, for listening. That has been the episode. You made it. You got through it. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself. Leave comments down below. If you're on the YouTube channel, that's youtube.com/HydraLeech. You can also listen to this wherever fine podcasts are downloaded for just the audio version. Interact with us on those platforms as well. If you want to reach out to us, 2killadelibird@gmail.com. We're on Blue Sky. Handle is 2killadelibird. And you can also ask us questions about the next episodes, and we'll read them out on air if we get them ahead of time using a Google form linked in the description. Intro and outro music is 80 Synthwave by Alexi Action. Kellan runs a TikTok, tiktok.com/HydraLeeches, and he also twitches quite a bit, twitch.tv/HydraLeech, doing crazy Nuzlocke stuff. He'll have done Movie Night the Game very recently. Anything else you want to shout out there, Kellan?
No, we're cheating in the Nuzlocke now because it's becoming clear I can't fucking do it, apparently.
Yeah, you modified it, right?
Yeah, so we're adding a checkpoint system, but it's still hard as balls.
Still brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then finally we've got a Patreon where I just treat it like a tip jar if you want to help the channel. There's a $1 tier, and Kellan has a monologue on there about his Zelda tier list. If you want to pay $1 a month, help out the channel, and get Kellan talking. So that's cool.
Yeah, maybe we'll do more of that too if people like it, where I just talk to myself about random shit and put it up there unedited.
I mean, yeah, someone might listen.
Someone. Yeah.
Yeah, anything else, Kellan?
I don't think so. I think that's pretty it. It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
If you were in Ice Cave, how would you end an episode?
Very carefully.
By blowing cold air everywhere? By spitting out a Jynx? By yelling Piloswine into the cold, frigid air as the life leaves your body?
Sure. I mean, these are all... I mean, that one was kind of morbid, but yeah, sure.
That was kind of morbid.
A little bit.
It reminded you of death.
Yep.
Because this is the end of the episode. It's kind of like the episode's dying. Isn't that sad?
Oh my god, that is so depressing.
Somebody put this episode down already. It's dead.
It needs it. It needs it before we can
shoot it in the leg. I know.
Not in the leg. Not in the leg. You shoot it in the back of the head.
Leg. Yeah, come on. Mercy kill.
Jesus Christ. All right,
End it already.
I got the gun cocked and loaded to the back of the episode's head. Ready?
Fire away.
Bang.